So big food is slowly starting to take over healthy brands. Is something I saw on my Instagram feed a second ago. Anything owned by Coca-Cola, General Mills, Kellogg's, Pepsi, Unilever, of course, BlackRock. And really, I believe all of these are under the BlackRock umbrella. But when I saw this post, um, at least half of everything listed is already synthetic. So it's actually not healthy. It's just healthy. It's what is considered healthy. It's what falls into the healthy category. That's why this is just such a matrix, because they decide the categories, they decide the meanings, they decide what they constitute as natural, which isn't actually, and this is all just my opinion and for educational and entertainment purposes only. They decide what's holistic, even though the root word of holistic is whole, and 99, if not 100%, of everything called that is not whole. There are things isolated out of the whole, which makes them synthetic. And once again, this is just my opinion, but it reminded me of this post that I want to talk about that I went ahead and pinned to the top of my Instagram. I've posted it here as well, and it was very squelched here on YouTube. It was so, um, what's that word? Squelched is the only thing I can think of. Nobody was seeing it, so I made a video talking about it, and I did like some remixing thing to it on YouTube. What I've noticed on Instagram is that, and it complements this video about the big food really well. And by the way, one of the things that was taken over is Orgain, which was on the list of healthy, which is not even close. And that Orgain protein shake it's actually the thumbnail, the picture of my healthy protein shakes in my store, where I've written over the picture. I use that as an example of what we don't want. It's absolutely incredibly disgusting, in my opinion. I've posted about that here. It's in my collection here on TikTok, The Original Nature. It's called Healthy Shakes Collection, or Skinny Shakes or something, where I'm going through the ingredients of that. But there's this post that I posted in 3 places. It's been incredibly suppressed. But what I've noticed, which is of all the posts on my Instagram, this is the only post, the only one where it's actually been reposted. But the key is who it's been reposted by. It's been reposted by corn women, like OnlyFans. They have OnlyFans in their links, and they're bots basically, and it's all about like spreading their legs open. And they have been reposting that post because something somewhere has made them repost that post, so that the only engagement that it's getting is from people that don't care about it at all. When bots are sent to a post, that means the post is really, really important, and they don't want real people actually seeing the post. So I've actually pinned it to the top of my Instagram. See, it was so suppressed that I ended up posting it twice. See these 2 posts right here. And I just went ahead and pinned one to the top of my profile. There is something very key in this post that I hope you pay attention to, the way they very, very slick, just a trick of the internet, and a trick from them that they do to switch out an actual small, actual healthy brand with a big brand, to where people are not going to notice. And, they will allow some actually healthy, non big brands in there, but there's tricks. There's tricks of the trade. I've noticed this with Whole Foods too, when I've tried to pick out really, really, really small brands on Whole Foods, like for pickup order or whatever, and they'll pretend that they're out, and they're not actually out of stock. I'll just run into the store really quick and see that they're not out of stock, and I'll return the crap that they tried to give me. And that's the only way that I can make my business work, is by doing these things. So it's not to be compared to your life. Oh, I don't do Whole Foods pickup. If that's your train of thought, you're on the wrong channel. But yeah, check out this video if you want, because obviously there's a huge reason why. It's the only video in my Instagram where they have put corn bots on it to repost it. And I think it's really great, and it really goes with that one that was in my feed about big food owning quote unquote healthy brands. One of them being Thorne, which, and once again, Thorne is used as an example, by the way, in my free digital download about uh, the omega-3 vitamins on the market, which is just an example using one vitamin. That's just one very small example. There's so much more where that came from, but that is a pretty lengthy free digital download in my landing page, sovereignhippie.info. Thorne is used as an example there. So anyways, cheers, guys. Basically, them apparently taking over these brands, it's not making them all of a sudden bad or the potential to be bad. Um, they already were. They were already part of the system. They were already not healthy.